Welcome back to CN2 News. World's greatest animal trainer. That's how many in the Fort Lawn community of Chester County, well, they're remembering 61-year-old Tim Seegars tonight. We told you about this earlier this week. Tim sadly passed away early Sunday morning after a building he was in on his property caught fire. Tim, originally from Lancaster, was known for his love and knowledge of exotic animals. He was an exotic animal trainer and handler for more than 30 years, with many of his animals starring in movies and more. But as you'll hear in this story, Tim's life was much more than animals. CN2's Renee O'Neill bringing us his legacy that will live on through a family that will never forget him.
In life, if we are lucky, we get the chance to meet someone we will never forget.
If I could describe him in one word, it would be unique.
And for those who knew Tim Seegars, you could In life, if we are lucky, we get the chance to meet someone we will never forget.
If I could describe him in one word, it would be unique.
And for those who knew Tim Seegars, you could say you're one of the lucky ones.
Where everybody grew up with cats and dogs, I grew up with chimpanzees and baboons, and pretty much you name it. We had them all. We had leopards, jaguars, cougars, and black bears, grizzly bears, camels. It goes on and on.
Matt, Tim's third child, says Tim had a love for animals like no other. His first animal was a leopard named Sarah. Tim was an exotic animal trainer and handler for more than 30 years.
He kind of got his big start when he met Jim Fowler. Jim Fowler was mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom animal wrangler, for people who remember him.
Family members say Tim soon started a program called Animals That Educate. He did many presentations at schools and throughout the country, educating the public about animals.
That's what he was in it for the love of people and the love of animals.
Many of his animals starred in some famous commercials, TV shows, and movies, like Walt Disney's The Lion King, Prancer, The New Adventures of Pippi Longstockings, The Real McCoy, and the list goes on.
It was really a good time growing up, and I don't think I would have had it any other way if I could choose it any different.
Matt says after a long career with the animals, Tim became a logging truck driver. There are still some animals on the property, like family member Boo Boo, the bear.
Up, Boo Boo, up, come here.
Tim's heart wasn't just with the wildlife, but even more importantly, it was with his friends and family.
I would say as much as he loved animals, he probably loved children 10 times that much.
Tim loved his wife Susie, 4 children, Dan, Jacob, Matt, and Amber. He also loved his 6 grandchildren, 2 of them Lydia Keys and Lily Seegars, who clearly learned about wildlife from Tim.
I am holding a California king snake. His name is Oreo, and he was one of the pets that's been around for a long time. I remember holding him when I was younger.
Lydia describes one of her memories of him.
He used to let us ride in his big yellow truck, and he would let us honk the horn, and it was really a blast because he knew how excited we would get.
Matt says he and his family will take care of Tim's legacy and animals he's left behind as he holds on to the many times he's had with his dad.
He's my lifeline. He's who I look to for advice. He's, whether it be about a relationship or about how to change the equalizer on a tractor trailer truck, he knew how to start it and how to finish it.
So if you see a lion or bear, or even a pretty pasture, you may think of Tim, but don't cry. Instead, smile, because even though his journey on this earth is over, the memories and lessons he's taught many of us will stay right here.
I'm gonna miss him so much, and it was too soon.
Tim, we will never forget you.
Yeah, I can just think about him and smile, really. I mean, I tear up, knowing that he's not there, but at the same time, I'm just thankful that I had him for the amount of time that I did.
Thankful for the memories. In Fort Lawn, Renee O'Neill, CN2 News.
He will be missed. Our Renee O'Neill is very close with Tim and Susie's daughter, Amber. She says one of her favorite memories of Tim was going on a trip to Georgia when Tim was doing an expo with his animals, and she and Amber got to hold one of those big snakes. Renee says she is certainly honored and humbled to share the family story tonight. There will be a celebration of life for Tim this Saturday, March the 31st at Emmanuel Baptist Church in Fort Lawn at 3 in the afternoon. Everyone who knew Tim is invited to attend.